What's up, YouTube? Today we are talking about my brand new 2020 Audi S3. Motivation. That's right. My name is Will Motivation. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I like to do reviews on my vehicles from an ownership perspective. So let's talk about this 2022 Audi S3 Premium Plus that is behind me. Okay, so there it is, folks. This is my 2022 Audi S3 Premium Plus. It's, of course, obviously, it's a black vehicle. I just got the windows tinted on it. I like to do a quick review on it to give you guys my thoughts. I've had the car now for only about a week so far, but I think I have an interesting perspective on the Audi S3 because this is number 5 for me on the Audi S3. So let's change up the camera angle a little bit to give you guys a clearer view. Let's talk a little bit about the specs on the car. Now, first of all, the option that I like, that I think a lot of you guys will like as well, it has the gloss black package on it. It's like a, additional package that replaces the aluminum optics, which would give you sort of an aluminum look on the little splitter at the bottom, on the mirrors, on the rear end and the front end. And now I am going to actually wrap the mirror caps and give it that Audi S look to it. But we're not going to go over the top and do as much as they do with the aluminum optics package. But it's got the blacked out package on it. And a little bit about the additional look. It's got the carbon fiber wing on the rear end. Let's take a look at the trunk. I like that it's got the nice easy touch. It's got the rear view camera. It's got decent trunk space on it, as you can see right there. For your luggage, I say you can get 2 medium-sized travel bags in here for you and your significant other. All right, so why do people like the S3? Because it's an upgrade on the A3, which has a very similar body style, but what is missing in the A3 is, let me show you. Let's pop the hood. Let's pop the hood. All right, so the difference is the Audi S3 has the turbo engine that has a higher output than the regular A3. So it's a lot faster than the A3, has a bit more power. So how much power does it have? All right, so you're looking at a 2-liter engine with just over 300 horsepower. It's got like 306 horses. And the cool thing is, with all that horsepower, it still gets pretty decent gas mileage on the highway. It's rated at 32 miles per gallon. And in the city, it's somewhere around 27 or 28. So let me close this good. All right, another thing about the S3 you're probably wondering as we go and check out the interior, some of the features of the interior, is how much does this bad boy cost? This car runs starting price right around $45,000. The way this one is equipped, it's a Premium Plus, and the models go all the way up to the Prestige. There's like 3 different levels. Prestige just gives you a few more options that I felt I really didn't need in this car. With the lighting package on the front, it gives you slightly different headlights in the front on the Prestige. But the Premium Plus, this one cost me $57,000. And we'll do another video where I talk about the monthly payment on an Audi S3. So you guys make sure to subscribe so that you can be notified when that video comes out. But yeah, starting out at about $45,000, and then can end up right around $60,000 for that Prestige model. But like I said, this one cost me $57,000. So we will take this for a ride, and we'll talk about some of the things I like and don't like about this car. But I wanted to show you the interior. Let's go inside. Let's go inside the rear and see how comfortable it is. Now, this has the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is pretty darn good. You can see right there. All right, let's sit inside. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm So this is my normal driving position for the front seat, and this is me in the rear. And real talk, for me at 6'1", 6'2", this is, let me close the door. I mean, I can fit and everything, but you're gonna be straddling this seat right here unless the front seat driver is kind enough to move the seat forward. And knowing me, probably not. Some nice features though in the back seat. If you're on a road trip, you got 2 charging ports for your USB, devices. And the thing is, these are those newer USB, 3.0 jacks? I forget what you call them. It's got some cargo nets as well. This is the plain black interior with the white stitching. Now, I am planning on getting a RS3. Now, when I get the RS3 though, I want the red stitching and the red accents in the interior, and probably will still go with a black exterior. So you guys stay tuned for my RS3, because I'm definitely get one as soon as they start selling them here in the US. Now, as far as headroom, I'm actually pretty good. Like some people say that they don't have headroom. I mean, my head, like if I lean my head back, my head is touching. I mean, it's like barely enough space. So if you're like 6'3" or more, you're gonna have a hard time fitting in this back seat. But you can lean on this little cup holder thing right here, which is a nice convenience, so you can flip it up. Now the seats do come down, giving you more space in the back, but I don't think you guys really care to see that. Let's keep it moving. So what is one of the things that keeps me buying these S3s? Like I said, this is number 5 for me. I've had a couple of 2015s. I had a 2018, I had a 2019. The 2018 that I had was an RS3. 2019 was a regular S3 Prestige with, like, it was blue. Did a review on that. Did a review on the RS3 as well, and why I sold it like lickety split. So if you guys want to check that out, check it out. It's funny because now I'm getting the RS3 again, and this time I kind of can justify it because I'm not sure how many more like times they're going to make this car. So eventually I want to get one of the last ones and just keep it. So the right one to keep to me would be the RS3. But why do I keep getting these cars? The reason is simple, man. Look at that styling. Now, if I were to keep this, I would definitely put like a rear spoiler or splitter or something on the back. I think I'll leave the sides alone. Maybe I would do the little, kit on the side. There's a company that makes a nice body kit for pretty much all Audis. I forget the name of the company. I think it's MTM. I forget the name of the company. But I'll probably put a front lip on there to make it look a little lower. But I like the styling of these cars, and I love the way they drive. Now, some of them, and the reason why I got rid of my last S3 and went to an S6 was because the suspension was super, super harsh. But as you'll see when we take this thing for a drive, they have fixed that issue, which is my biggest complaint on the S3. But what I do like most about driving this car, as you'll see, is this is a sedan that drives like a sports car. It's a 4-cylinder engine, it gets good gas mileage, and it's fun to drive. That's what I like most about this car. It looks good, but it's super fun to drive. Now, as far as mods, I need to lower this thing ASAP. All right, let's start this thing up. So it's got a push button start, which is cool. Another thing I like about the S3 is this digital dash. You can change it up, like hit the view button, you can make it smaller, you can put it on the map. That's initializing the map. I mean, it's got Apple CarPlay, but I'm using my iPhone to record, so we're not going to do the demo of the Apple CarPlay, but it works really, really good. What else? Got your steering wheel controls. I mean, this is pretty standard Audi stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you got your light controls, but check out the navigation map, right? Like I said, you can change the view, you get that full screen of the navigation. I think this is dope. Another thing I like about this car is that digital dash. Then you can also put stuff on up here. So let's go to home. Let's go to the navigation screen here. So you can have it there, you can have it there. You still got touch, push button activity for controlling the air conditioning, which I like that too because it's simple. You don't have to be going through screens and stuff. Traction control on and off. Drive select, which is like, putting it in sport mode and that kind of thing. Also, you got this programmable button, which I programmed to open my garage. You got controls for your windows. I just got the windows tinted, so I'm not supposed to roll them down. You got your seat memory controls. Interior is a nice place to be. And it also, like at nighttime, I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys if it gets dark by the end of this review, but it has interior ambient lighting that you can change to pretty much any color. Like I have mine set to red because I think red and black is sexy. But it has these LED lights, you know, like inside the different trim pieces. And then it has LED lights underneath, like, you know, ambient lighting. And it looks really, really sexy at night in this car. So it's another thing I like about this interior. But give it 2 thumbs up all the way around. If I had to rate the exterior look and the interior look, I give the exterior a 9. I give the interior a 9. This car is not that attractive looking at it. Like if you're looking in a rear view mirror at this car, it doesn't look all that great. But let's take this thing for a drive and talk about the driving dynamics in this review of my 2022 Audi S3. Let's go. Hold up, wait a minute. I gotta tell you 2 things that I hate that Audi did. And I actually think Audi listens and watches my videos because I've gotten probably over 1 million views on some of my car reviews altogether. And Audi, listen, this thing right here is a no-go. This thing right here, for people that like to drive this car is like a sports car. Yeah, it's not a manual and it's not a stick shift, right? But we like to have the shifter that we can hold while we drive and control it while we drive and hit it, you know, to the side and then put it manual mode, right? And shift up and down in manual mode, or drop it, tap it down to sport mode, or tap it down again for drive mode. Whereas in this thing, oh, I hate this little thing. You got to grab it like this. And if you're a manly man, it feels funny when you do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to do like that to put it in drive. You got to do like flip it again to put it in sport mode. I don't like that, man. I would rather, and then you got to flip it up 2 times to put it in reverse. Of course, you got your backup camera, which Audi did a good job on that. But I really don't like this little thing. I mean, if you were in like an ultra exotic car or Porsche, Ferrari or something like that, okay, this makes sense. But in this car, which is a sports sedan, give us something we can hold and move. You know what I'm saying? Like you had before in the S3. Nobody complained about that ever. So why do you want to put this thing in here? Like, fix that, please, Audi. Or somebody in the aftermarket needs to make something that can sit over there so we can grab it, you know? And this thing right here, that's terrible. Like, I have never used it since I've been in the car because I don't like it. I used it once. My passengers don't like it. Make this a black little knob like you had before, or silver, whatever. Make it a little knob. You can touch it to the side, to the left, push it down, hold it down, and that's all you need to do. I hate that. I hate it. Audi, why did you do that? I haven't heard anybody so far say that they love this. Nobody. So while it might look cute, it doesn't feel good when you're driving. Because when you're driving, people want to, like, you know, like hold one hand here and have, you're used to growing up driving a stick shift. You want to have your hand here and you have some control. Like I used to use that all the time, taking it into sport mode or holding it, putting it into manual mode. Get rid of this, please, Audi, please. Nobody likes it. I haven't heard any review positively say anything about this. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so here we go with the test drive. Not the test drive, this is actually my car, so it's not a test drive. But here we go with the inside review, driving review of my Audi S3. Right now it's in regular drive mode. We're gonna drive it in sport mode. Regular drive mode is decent, but sport mode is much more fun to drive. So it's about 6 p.m. here on the East Coast, or technically we're in the Midwest, but we're in the East Coast time zone. So the sun might be in my eyes while I'm driving, but you guys bear with me. First thing I'm gonna say is, like I said, this is my 5th S3. This S3 drives better than all of my previous S3s. I believe it has a little bit more power, not by much. I think it has like 10 more horsepower or something like that. Not anything significant. Now, here's what's significant though. about this latest 2022 Audi S3. What's significant is the sound, which you guys will hear in a second. So I'm gonna turn left out into the street. And we're gonna take it down a twisty road, one of my favorites. Now listen. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Now, driving out, I'm gonna talk a little bit, and then coming back, we're gonna come down this road again, and I'm going to not talk and just give you guys a front view of what it looks like when I'm driving it. But listen to that engine. Again, we're in sport mode. My previous S3s didn't come close to sounding that good. Now, people have asked me, is this sound coming through the speakers, or is it actually coming from the engine of the car? And from what I can tell, and from what I've read and seen in other reviews, I believe this sound is coming from the actual engine, but it's piped into the car. Somebody from Audi, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. I love the responsiveness of the throttle. Now, in previous Audis that I've had, the throttle response has been a little laggy. And sometimes, if you're cruising down the road in regular drive mode and you give it gas, you have to give it a lot of gas before the car will respond, which is something that I do not like. But in sport mode, it pretty much eliminates that. Now let's use the paddle shifters. All right, we'll come around this curve. Yeah, man, it grips. I don't use the paddle shifters that much in this car because, you know, it's not like my Lamborghini or my Ferrari or anything. This is a fun car to drive. This is the most fun four-door sedan that I've ever driven or even ridden in. Look at that. Let's go. Yeah, this thing is nice. All right, reduce speed to 35. All right, let's do that. Downshift a little. Third gear. Yeah, it's good, man. So I still, it's got little burbles, as you can hear. I still got to break this car in properly, so I don't want to go too hard on it. But yeah, it drives better than all of my previous S3s. Now the big thing for me, the sound. It sounds better. But the even bigger thing, the reason why I got rid of my S3 before, which was a 2019 or 2018, I think it was 2019. The reason why I got rid of it was because the suspension was super harsh. It was so harsh, man. It would beat up like my kidneys and my internals going over bumps. Almost give you a headache, man. It was just too much. All right, let's downshift. There we go. We got a little pops going on. Yeah, man. All right, so let's drive it. Let's put it in all right, S mode. All right, we're gonna turn around. I'm gonna give you the driver's view or perspective, driving one of my favorite winding roads in the Audi S3. All right, let's do it. All right, so here we go. I've never done this POV before, but something new. Put it in sport mode. There you go. Let's do it. All right, let's go. All right, let's make sure there's no cops around. You know, my old S3, if you floored it with the wheel turned left or right, you know, like coming out in the turn, it actually would not give you full throttle. But I just noticed in this car, it allowed me to gas it going into the turn. So yeah, this is something different. I'm hoping the RS3 allows that as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. totally like driving a sports car. Totally. I mean, I know it's a sedan or a sports sedan. It's like driving a good old sports car. It's good, man. Now, in another video, we'll do launch control. I'm still breaking this car in, so I'm driving it a little bit hard to, you know, for me to be breaking it in. But it's got how many miles does it have on it now? I have to check and see here. But I believe I've got about 800 or 900 miles on the car so far. I love this car, man. This is my favorite of all of the S3s, including the RS3 that I had. This is definitely my favorite one. And I'm gonna say that's a combination of everything. The looks are good. I should have my RS3 was black. My 2018 RS3, it was black, but I should have gotten a black car sooner. My other ones were blue, white. I had a couple blue ones, different shades of blue, and I had a white one. And I think it looks best in black. Of course, it is hard to keep clean, but I did my best, you know, to get it cleaned up for you guys. Yeah, this thing is nice, man. But yeah, we'll do launch control in another vehicle. Maybe when I get my wheels put on the car. I got some wheels coming in. Maybe we'll do launch control when I get those wheels slapped on. But yeah, this thing is so fun to drive, man. I will say it probably needs an exhaust though, because it doesn't sound as awesome as it sounds on the inside, which is important to me. It doesn't sound that awesome on the outside, which is sort of an illusion. But you know, it's important how the car sounds on the inside when you're driving it. So hopefully you guys get a kind of see what's going on, considering my height. I've been using the paddle shifters. Come around this roundabout here. Yeah. And then we'll go right here, pull up to the crib. So hopefully you guys have learned a little something about this new S3 in this review of the S3. So let's take it out. There we go. I don't want to go too fast here. We're not trying to get any tickets, but man, this thing is nice. It's nice. Oh man, imagine what the RS3 is going to be like. But I will tell you this. For me, this is money well spent on the S3, even though it's not as powerful as the RS3. That sound makes driving this car 10 times more enjoyable than if it was super quiet. It's 10 times more enjoyable. I like that. I like it, man. This car is super fun, man. On the fun factor, I give this, man, if it's not a 10, it's a real strong 9. If it's not a 10 on fun factor. So if you're looking for a fun four-door car to where you can go pick up groceries but have fun going to get your groceries, that's a nice Camaro right there. This is the car you want right here. This car is sick, man. I like it. I love it, actually. Only thing that can top this in my book right now is an RS3. So a shout out to my buddy Kelly. We should probably compare notes, man. Kelly, you should come drive this car. Kelly has a the Giulia, the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quattro Folio, I think. Kelly, you need to drive this car and tell me that you don't want an Audi after you drive this. And I'm going to twist your arm, man. You need to get an RS3, man. We need to be the two brothers here that have the RS3s in Columbus. So I'm waiting for that to come out. Man, Audi, would you hurry up and start selling the 2022 or 2023 Audi RS3 in the States, because I'm ready to buy one now. But yeah, I love this 2022 Audi S3. 2 thumbs up. Probably my favorite sedan I have ever owned to date. Thinking about getting one, highly recommend it. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please subscribe to my channel if you like more. Got some fun cars I like to share my experiences with, like the Lamborghini Huracan, the Lamborghini Aventador SV, the Ferrari F12. We have fun with those cars too, man, on this channel. And we also like to drop a little bit of knowledge on how you can get one of these cars yourself. But yeah, man, that concludes my review of the 2022 Audi S3. Hope you enjoy.
It's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm here to tell you guys to go to Wheel Motivation. The exotic cars is crazy. I've been watching this show for a little while now and it's growing. But we need everybody else to subscribe to Wheel Motivation and support Wheel. I'm supporting them. You do the same.